Hi, I'm Kate, and I signed my 10-year-old daughter up for some reading support around 3 months ago with Colleen.
Okay, thank you so much, Kate. So I think it's a good way to start is to think about where Aoife was at before our sessions. So would you just be able to tell me a little bit about her reading journey and what she was struggling with?
Yeah, Aoife actually asked me, could she get some extra support? Because coming up to the SATs in year 6, she was noticing that she felt a little bit behind her friends and was not confident in doing reading in groups. And also when she was tracing the words, reading along with the teachers, she was struggling to keep up. So it was actually her that asked us to find her some extra support.
Wow, how incredible. I actually didn't know that. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so how did she talk to you about how that made her feel? You know, she'd noticed that she was struggling to keep up. Did she talk to you about her feelings at
She
all?
did. She didn't know why, if that makes sense. She didn't say it was because she felt behind or anything. She just noticed that there was a difference and she wanted to be able to read fast. And her sister also likes to read big chapter books, so she wanted to also do the same, whereas she only felt confident with smaller books. So it was that side. She just felt she was a little bit behind and wanted to keep up with her friends, really.
Okay, that can be quite a common thing. Children do really start to notice where
Yeah,
they're at in comparison to their friends. And obviously, because she's got a twin sister as well, you know,
yeah.
she's really going to notice
And
that.
it was even in other subjects, not just reading, it was in maths as well. She was noticing she knew the answer or could do the technical side of the maths, but actually reading the question to make sure she was answering it correctly, that side as well, she noticed was a bit of a struggle.
Oh, she's she's very in tune with her learning, isn't she? It's
She
amazing.
is, yeah.
And that is so true. You know, we notice in schools all the time that when children struggle with their reading, they do struggle to access a lot of the other subjects because children do need to read to learn.
Yeah.
So that can be a challenge. And how did it make you feel at home, you know, knowing that she said she was struggling?
I was really proud of her, to be honest, first of all, for saying that she wanted this extra help, and she's really keen to learn and she wants to learn. So I was really proud of her from that side of things. But we knew she was a little bit behind already throughout, after going back to school after COVID in primary school. So we were aware of that. But it was more, yeah, we were really proud of her for wanting to push a little bit more herself.
I can totally imagine that. Okay, and had the school mentioned that they had any concerns about her reading at all?
She actually moved schools in year 5. Um, and I think then they were doing more reading and more reading in a classroom together. So the school, we had been speaking to the school about it. They weren't hugely concerned, but said she was getting extra support at school. But it was more from her and reading at home at bedtime and things like that too. She didn't want to read in front of her sister. She wanted just to read one-on-one together. So just little things like that she was picking up on.
Yeah, okay. And what was your kind of long-term goal for her? Actually, she's in year 6, isn't she? So what was your goal for her by where did you want her to be by the end of primary school so she was ready for secondary?
Well, her goal was she wanted to be able to read a thick chapter book confidently. So we were finding that we were trying lots of different books because we thought maybe it was just the interest wasn't for her or that type of book or that author. So we were trying different ones. So she wanted to be able to read fluently through one of these books and understand the story comfortably. And now she's already starting to take chapter books to bed and she reads and tells us about what's happened in the story and things like that. So she's already getting there. So that was the goal.
Okay, that's a very good goal to have.
Yeah.
That's a really good goal. Okay, so let's think a little bit about the sessions themselves. So you were ready to sign up. Was there anything that you thought was going to hold you back from saying yes to signing up to the sessions? Is there any like reservations you had at all?
The only thing I thought was I wasn't sure how she was going to manage with online learning and not face to face. That was our only concern, and using the technology, but that didn't seem to be a problem at all. But yeah, that was our only concern, how she would build a relationship, I suppose, through online learning.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think that's a reservation a lot of parents, to be honest with you, it was a reservation I had before I started doing it. I wasn't sure how it was going to go as well. But, and since Aoife has started the sessions, have you found the online or building a relationship to be a barrier at all?
No, not at all. I think I had the kick-off call before you even met Aoife originally and explained a bit about her, and it seemed from the first session that you got on really well and she really enjoyed it, and she comes back excited after her lessons. We never have a thing of, oh, we don't want to do it today. We never have that. Even she was poorly even on one day and she still wanted to join the session. So and she comes back all excited and feels that she's learned a really long word and she's read a long word today. So it's all been positive, yeah.
And she has actually, you're right, that day where she was still sick, she was incredible.
Yeah.
Still wanted to join in. So yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's, you know, it's always worry that when you're not actually face to face together, that you're not going to be able to build that rapport. But yeah, certainly that's not been an issue. No. That's really nice to hear that she thinks the same thing.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about her reading now. Have you noticed a difference in her reading ability?
Yeah, more mostly her confidence. So as I said, she used to shy away from reading. Even when we were cooking, like reading the recipe, she would even shy away from reading that. Whereas now she asks to read to us. She reads bedtime stories to her little sister. And we met with her class teacher last week, and she said she's even putting her hand up to volunteer to read in class now to the class. So her confidence is grown hugely, and also she's learned the skills to be able to break down words that maybe she would have just skipped over or said I don't know. She's learned the skills to break them down to make them more manageable. So although her reading's still a bit slower than where she wants to be at the minute, she's able to read all the words and can read the story and understand the story, which is a massive thing for her.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I can see it in the sessions as well that her confidence has grown. And the good thing is, you know, we're only 3 months in. And so, you know, I really do believe that goal that you're wanting to reach, it sounds like we're already on track to meet that goal, certainly by the end of the academic year, I think.
And we can see in the like tests that they're doing to get ready for SATs that her scores are gradually creeping up. So that gives a big boost too. So.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's amazing. And has she mentioned how she's feeling? Obviously, you've seen it through her actions of, you know, wanting to read more. Has she mentioned how she's feeling about her reading in the sessions?
Yeah, she's feeling much better. She says she doesn't feel embarrassed now when there's a tricky word to read, because she can now break it down herself and be able to read it. And she doesn't mind so much that maybe she takes a little bit longer than the others to read it. The fact that she can read the same text as the rest of the class, that's what she's really enjoying.
Oh, that's amazing. Selfishly, it also makes me feel so happy. And so really, just to end our conversation here, if there was another parent sitting on the fence, not sure whether to sign up to my services, what would you say to them?
Oh, I would hugely recommend it. I think the relationship you've built with her has been really encouraging. The amount of encouragement, I think, has had a huge part to play with it too. And just to give a child that confidence to then, which I think helps then to give them the confidence to try more and more and keep going at it and learning new skills of breaking down and decoding words, really, to make it manageable to suit them. It's been really, really helpful to us and given her a big boost. So yeah, I definitely recommend.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time today, Kate.
Thank you.